Fighting continues in the Middle East this morning. We just learned a fourth U.S. service member has died during an ongoing operation to wipe out Iran's military forces.
James Torres here in studio now to break down the latest, including the update we just heard from the Pentagon.
Yeah, good morning to you both. Secretary Pete Hegseth alongside General Dan Kane, that's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, tried to explain more clearly the objectives of U.S. involvement in launching missiles in Iran, calling this operation Epic Fury. Well, over the weekend, those strikes killed Iran's Ayatollah and expanded combat all around the Middle East.
The mission of Operation Epic Fury is laser focused. Destroy Iranian offensive missiles, destroy Iranian missile production, destroy their navy and other security infrastructure, and they will never have nuclear weapons.
Secretary Hegseth referenced another Iran-focused operation from last year, Operation Midnight Hammer. According to the Pentagon, that was aimed to destroy Iran's nuclear facilities. Since then, the secretary says the White House tried negotiating peace talks, hoping to guarantee a commitment to abandon nuclear ambitions, but that never happened.
They tried over and over and over again earnest attempts at peace. The former regime had every chance to make a peaceful and sensible deal. But Tehran was not negotiating. They were stalling, buying time to reload their missile stockpiles and restart their nuclear ambitions.
Hegseth went on to say this war is not like that of Iraq and Afghanistan 20 years ago, arguing this was not, quote, an endless war, nor a, quote, nation-building war. In the meantime, hundreds have been killed in the Middle East, and fighting has expanded outside Iran into places like Qatar and the United Arab Emirates. 3 U.S. F-15s have also been shot down in a case of friendly fire by Kuwait defense specialists. Those pilots were able to eject and evacuate safely. Flights have also been canceled worldwide from Qatar and Emirates Airlines, and global oil companies are halting production. The 2 U.S. service leaders say they would not say how long the operation would last, nor how many U.S. troops would be used, citing security concerns. We expect to hear from President Trump coming up later this morning. We will bring you those updates as we get them. Frank.
All righty, James, thank you for that. The president did say over the weekend, though, the fighting could last another 4 weeks or so, perhaps 5 or 6 weeks. Political experts such as Sonoma State political science professor David McEwen is cautioning that this conflict could spread to other countries in the Middle East. He says Iran has responded by launching drones and missiles at 8 countries in the region, including Israel. Oil prices also on the rise this morning, a big concern. McEwen listed some of the issues at stake in this military operation.
So if you lay this all out, Frank, in total, you see policy consequences, there are political consequences, there are legal consequences, and economic consequences all rolled into this rather expansive war.
McEwen warns that if the Iranian military, specifically Iran's Parliamentary Revolutionary Guard, takes over the Tehran government, could lead to fierce fighting, more bloodshed, terror attacks all around the world.
Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is urging Democratic lawmakers to agree on a deal to fund the Department of Homeland Security. The Republican politician says now is a critical time for the security of America. The FBI is placing its counterterrorism teams on high alert in the wake of the attacks on Iran. McCarthy says continued stalling on DHS funding could carry serious national security consequences. The partial government shutdown began on January 31st due to disputes in Congress over immigration policy reforms.